impregnate the world when I come through your speakers. But anyway, eating after 7. If you stop eating at 7, 9 at the most, and it should be a light meal. Honestly, the heavier meal should be earlier in the day if you want to eat heavy anyway. So, somewhere from noon to 3, eat your biggest meal. Do not eat heavy meals late in the day. You're just setting yourself up for the next day for failure. Because if you eat heavy late, you're going to wake up more hungry because you're not as rested. You're going to wake up with less energy, less will. So, if you go to sleep with at least 4 or 5 hours gap between your last meal and hitting the bed, you'll be at so much more peace. The body will have so much more silence within it. Like, people are constantly going to sleep to pass out. They're not going to sleep consciously with a purpose. So what you have here is a occupied or preoccupied body. Or occupied, you could say that. So they have a body that's truly not at rest when it's supposed to be at rest. Everybody's working against the circadian rhythm, or a lot of people are in this world, working against the circadian rhythm. And basically what you have here is just we're all doing ourselves a disservice, eating after 9 especially. But eating, if you stop at 7, that's a good time. Earlier is even better if you could. But if you stop at 7, that's a great time. To just stop, gives you about 4 or 5 hours till, you sleep, if you're going to sleep at a decent hour. And again, everything is so out of whack, the day starts at midnight instead of starting when the sun comes up, so we're already off. It shouldn't be 365 days in a year. It doesn't make sense. It should be 360. But it's whatever. So, what we have here is people just not at peace and constantly searching for distraction, whatever the distraction may be. But most people's distraction is food. And eating late at night is a horrible thing. Like, especially between 1 and 4, 11 to 4. 11 to 4, your body's is totally in a decline mode. Detox mode. Alright, when you wake up, first half of the day is acidic. We should say that's the acidic part of life. That's your go. That's your male principle. Let's get up, go, get things done. That's the acid side of life. People are working out after work, after 5, which is extending the acid side, eroding the body as a whole. You can't have an imbalance of acid. So at night we have the alkaline side. And it goes into all parts of life. Whether it's the music you listen to, it should be alkaline, should be softer. The colors you're being exposed to, everything. You need to be living more alkaline at night. Lighter meals. So when you wake up, you just feel better. When you wake up at that moment, you should be at maybe the highest point of energy in your day. When you wake up, you should be at a high point of energy. It's the beginning of your day. People are over-resting because they don't have the will to get out of bed anyway. Then you have people that are under-resting because the body's still trying to detox. So they wake up mid-detox, low energy, from an alarm that woke them up unpleasantly. You start your day that way. And then you go into your will is used against you at this job that you go to make food, to make energy, to turn your energy into money to make food appear in your life so that you can eat the food so you can have energy to go to the job. And you create that cycle. So you're not using your potential at all. And it's just a very acidic lifestyle. We're working out the wrong time of the day. We're resting at the wrong times for not long enough or too long. And really, I think it all has to do with when you're eating. You're eating too early or you're eating too late. People start their day off eating. Just halting the detox, halting the fast. And then people in their day eating way too late. So it's causing a crazy cycle within us. And it's just, if anybody's ever fasted, they realize they need way less sleep. And on top of that, the peace that you have when you go to sleep, people aren't used to that silence. They're used to a rumbling in the stomach. They're used to that throughout the day. If you fasted and you get to day 7 after you're in full detox mode, and at some people at day 7, you might even feel a little ill because you're going through deep tissue detox now. We're talking about stuff that has been there for so long, but the alarm of it being there has been suppressed for so long that it hasn't gone away. It's just the alarm letting you know it's there was muffled. So you might feel a little ill after day 7, day 8, but after you make it over that hurdle, the peace that the body resides in, it's like if you have a good car running idle and you don't hear any misfires or anything like that. It's just a perfect, the machine is well oiled and running smoothly. And it's just a beautiful thing to have, just to quiet that noise inside. And then people say, quiet the mind. How can you quiet the mind if basically your intestines, which is like another brain of the body, if it's constantly noisy in there, it's constantly something going on. It's a ruckus in there, inside. So what do you think that would transition to as far as thoughts? Again, a headache is basically dis-ease. Most headaches stem from acid buildup in the intestines and colon, or dehydration in that same region or anywhere. Eyes, because when you process garbage, you're pulling moisture from other parts of the body to counter it, to compensate, to process it. So what we have is just a pulling of moisture and overcompensation. So that's why when you eat a high-fat, high-garbage diet, your body holds on to more moisture and demands more water. So you tell this person that their body's demanding more water, that you don't need that much water, or say something like you can pull water or moisture from the atmosphere, they're going to tell you you're crazy because they're on a different channel. And there's no point in telling them, like, hey, man, this is on this channel. They're like, I'm watching this. There's no point. You can't. They're watching what they're watching on their channel. That's what they've created. No peace.